Hey guys, welcome back to Spooky Witches UK. Today, whilst I'm getting ready, I am going to tell you the story about the Native American water babies. If I get the story wrong, please do correct me. I'm only going off the research that I have done. However, the water babies, depending on which source you go from, they're either a spirit, a ghoul, or a monster. Which I find it hard to believe because babies, but they agree that the urban legend of the water baby is a small childlike creature, usually an omen of death from what I've read. They hang around in the waters and reservations of western United States. Hence why, if I get this wrong, please do correct me, because I am from the UK. And obviously we don't get told these kinds of urban legends. So they hang around the waters of the western United States. And what they do is, some legends say that the tricksters play jokes and they're just generally mischievous, like a child would be. Some say that they're a murderer, an avenger for somebody who's been wronged, which, having a child of my own, I could believe. However, I do apologise. Today I'm all over the place. I've not slept properly. It's not an uncommon occurrence. I don't sleep. I'm an insomniac. But so yeah, it says some legends water babies are murderers that crave the taste of human flesh, and they can either be avenging their own death or merely mindless killing machines with only one desire, which is death. Which is kind of scary if you think about it, especially to those of you who have children. I couldn't find much about the other parts of the United States, but the apparently more commonly known within Idaho, Utah, and Nevada, and California. Now, I'm unfamiliar with this one. It was never something I was told, obviously, because I'm not from that culture, that part of the world. So if I do come across ignorance, I apologise. I have no idea what I'm doing. So in Idaho, Massacre Rocks. So apparently a terrible famine, this is the one from Idaho, terrible famine overtook the land of the Shoshone. Again, I apologise, I am not good with words. They could not feed themselves, nor could they feed any new parents. So obviously babies would be going hungry. Which is a shame, because no child should ever have to go hungry. Boris Johnson, take note. They survived the famine by feasting on tadpoles and small fish. Gotta use what you got. However, because of this, obviously many babies will have died, which is a very, very big shame. So, everybody knows what happens when violent deaths occur. Most of the time, the person that's been died of a violent or unfortunate death, because I suppose they weren't exactly violent, like, I mean, I couldn't imagine starving, to be honest. I'm lucky enough to live in a part of the world where I don't have to. So these spirits can now be seen playing near the rivers and canals, and the laughter can be heard, and they attempt to lure unsuspecting humans, victims, to the death. Sounds glorious. Sounds frightening. Because they will never ever forget the sins of their mothers. Maybe they feel angry. Oh dear, I've just spilt setting powder all over me. Let's put this on so then I can catch any fallout from my eyeshadow. I'm very clever. So anybody foolish enough to approach the water's edge, they apparently kill them. It's frightening. My son's coming up for 9. He's 9 next week. So in Utah, it's very different from Idaho. Extremely different from Idaho. So in Utah, the story tells of Native American mythical creature, much like a dwarf. These creatures live in the waters and lakes of Utah. Oh, what colour should I do today? I'll go blue. Yeah, they live in the waters and the lakes of Utah. They mimic the sounds of children's screams and cries to lure humans into the open water, and once there, they drag their victims down into the depths. Their purpose is unclear, but the urban legend is alive and moving. Which doesn't surprise me. I mean, I couldn't imagine being lured to my death. Usually when we're ghost hunting, we tend to, if we start hearing crying, we run in the opposite direction because we're all a bunch of scaredy cats. However, back to the topic at hand. We aren't talking about us lot running away. In Nevada, Pyramid Lake near Reno, is that correct? Yeah. Is apparently a hotbed for the urban legends and myths. So, America's got quite a lot of rich history. A lot of dark history as well. And it's a shame, because from what I can tell, it's a beautiful country. So the local urban legend is that the legend states that the tribe would weed out the weak and unhealthy by throwing deformed or sickly babies into the lake, which again, that's a bit like calm down. Which is a crying shame. It said that the angry spirits of these babies have overtaken the lake, and again, they lure people to the deaths. There's a running theme with babies luring people to their deaths, isn't there? The angry spirits of these babies have overtaken the lake. Every year they find a suspecting white man and drag him to his doom. Their anger keeps them alive and they will stop at nothing to exact their revenge. So obviously the babies blame the men. But if it was men throwing them in the lake, it would explain a lot. And then in California, oh no, we're still on Nevada. Again, don't mind me, I'm just all over the place today. The Native American myth is a claim of a different tale. It's the story of a man who discovered a beautiful woman with the tail of a fish. So, mermaid, kind of, maybe. He brings her back to the lake to be his wife. Soon, though, the tribe demands that he takes her back to the spot where he found her. Rejected, the creature puts a curse on the lake. soon after, a baby was possessed by a water spirit in the shape of a snake. The baby latched its fangs into its mother and would not release the woman. The medicine man then made a deal with the demon, released the mother, and the lake would be its domain forever. And this is why I'm petrified of open water. Any bodies of water absolutely terrify me. I am very unnerved by water. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done. Some point or other, I'm going to have to go near open water. Though, hopefully not for a while. Let me just press this setting powder under my eyes. There we go. So in California, there's not much on the Californian ones. Bear with me, let me see what I can find. Because there's not much about the water babies in California. But apparently they're in California. But everything that these stories have in common is that babies are obviously angry. And they want to exact revenge for their wrongdoing. And it's a shame. Babies should never be wronged. I love babies. I'm just going to do my eyeliner and mascara off camera. I will be back in a moment. Hi guys, I'm back. So, what have we learnt from today? I've learnt to stay away from bodies of water in America. I'm not a big water person anyway. Water terrifies me. However, if you want to do more research into these urban legends, please do. They're very interesting to read about. I enjoy reading about stories and urban legends and stuff from different cultures. I was brought up in a very spooky family. And we don't really mind the dark side of life. Hence my incessant desire to be a paranormal investigator. Because I love anything to do with the paranormal. Anything to do with urban legends, spooky, you name it, I'm on it. It's my favourite pastime. It's also my son's favourite pastime, though he is a little bit young to be dealing with things like this. But yeah, if you want to go check out these urban legends, please do. I will leave some links in the description for websites that I've used to get my information off. If there's anything I've missed, let me know. But yeah, that is effectively the story of the US water babies. So I hope you had fun learning about the US water babies. And I will see you for our next instalment of Ghost and Glamour here on Spooky Witches UK. So I will see you guys later. Bye!